Hi friends, welcome to the class of fluid mechanics. In previous session we have seen about the what is hydrostatic force, okay, how to calculate it, and we have seen there are different cases where we can study about the hydrostatic forces. And then we have already also studied about the case of vertical surface deep inside the or submerged inside the liquid, okay. Now in today's session, we will see about few more cases like horizontal surface, inclined surface, submerged inside the liquid. Now let us proceed for today's session. We will take case of horizontal plane surface submerged inside the liquid. So this is the horizontal surface. Now if something is horizontal, what will happen? The point G and point P will coincide. If this is plane thing, what will happen? The H star and bar, H star and H bar both will coincide, both will lie on the same point because it is horizontal. Clear? So the force will be rho G A H bar, okay, and H star is nothing but H bar. H star is nothing but H bar. So this will be equal to this distance only. So how much distance it is? You can see this height will be given to you from the free surface. What is the distance of this plane horizontal surface? So it will be same. Clear? H bar, H star or H all will be same for the case of horizontal surface. Now a question is given to you. This is a question. Now you have to find total pressure on the bottom of tank. What is the total pressure acting at the bottom of the tank? And weight of water in the tank. What is the weight of water inside the tank? Now, one more thing. Hydrostatic paradox between the results of 1 and 2. What is the hydrostatic paradox to find? Next, given width of tank is 2 meter. Width of tank is 2 meter. Okay, here it is different, but for the next case, you have to assume 2 meter width of tank. Here, now, starting how to proceed. First of all, what is the depth of water on bottom of tank? This is my tank and this is some tube and water of level of water is up to here. This is your tank, okay, or you can say completely one tank. Now total height of this bottom will be how much? This is the free surface of water. The water ends here, na? This is top surface of water. You can see. Say from here to the bottom of this tank, how much height? 3 plus 0.6. 3.6. Width is given 2 meter. Width means the third direction. Here you can see 2D figure. Width is nothing but the third direction, perpendicular to this paper. Okay, or Z direction you can say. So area will be how much? This width into this breadth you can say. So this 4 into the normal direction, normal to the paper, or you can say perpendicular direction. 4 into 8. This will give you area. Next, force. How will calculate the total pressure force? Formula is same. Rho G A H bar. What will the H bar? Here I told you H bar, H star, H, everything will be same. So it is nothing but 3.6. Area is 8. G is 9.8 and the density is 1000. So force will come like this much. Next, we have to find the weight of water. How we will find the weight of water? Volume into rho g. You will find from the volume into rho g. This will give you the weight of water. So Rho is 1000, G is 9.81. Now volume of tank. What will be the volume of tank? This height 3, this width 0.4 and the perpendicular direction is 2 meter. So this is first. Now this second portion, this body is divided into two parts. First this tube shape and then this lower side. Okay. So upper tube side is 0.4 into 3 into 2 and this lower side you have to add, it is how much? 4 into 0.6 into 2. So when you solve this you will get this much weight. Now from result 1 and 2, from these two results, what you will find? Which one is smaller, which one is greater? The weight of water is less than the total pressure which is acting. Here we can observe that the total weight of water is less than the total pressure at the bottom of the tank. This is the hydrostatic paradox. This is the hydrostatic paradox. Clear? The weight of water is very much less as compared to the force or total pressure acting at the bottom of the tank. Now coming to second case of inclined plane. Case of inclined plane. Now first we have seen the case of horizontal plane submerged inside the water. Now next we will see about the case of inclined plane submerged inside the liquid. Now this is the inclined plane. Originally or actually the body is of this random shape, but when you will see from the side it will be like a straight line. Okay. Now this is inclined at angle theta degree from this free water surface. Here now the inclined distances are y, y bar, y star. But when we take vertical distances, the vertical distances are h star, h bar. When inclined distance you are taking, the inclined distance are y bar, y star, y. But when you are taking vertical distance, then it is something different. It will be h star, h bar. So you have to find all these things. Now, how to find force? Force is nothing but rho g a h bar. Now, what will be the h bar? In terms of y bar, we will take h bar will be nothing but y bar and this sine component. Sine component. This h bar will be nothing but y bar into sine component of the angle. So from here you will get the force. So remember, in the case of inclined plane, it will be y bar into sine theta. Clear? Similarly, center of pressure, here it will become, if you remember the first case of the vertical, what was the thing? It was Ig upon h bar plus h bar. Clear? Now here in this case of inclined plane, it will be Ig into sine square theta divided by h bar plus h bar. This sine square theta will multiply over here. Clear? So you have to remember this thing. In case of vertical plane, F equals to rho g a h bar, where h bar was already h bar only, or you can say y bar. But here it is y bar into sine theta because it is inclined. Likewise, the center of pressure h star. In case of vertical plane, it was Ig upon h bar plus h bar. There was no sine square theta. But here, because the surface is inclined, it will be multiplied with sine square theta. So you have to remember this formula. Okay. Now, question based on this. Same question, only it is inclined at angle of 30 degree. And one more thing, Previously it was 2.5 meter below the free surface. Now it is 1.5 meter below the free surface. Only the things are changed. The angle of inclination is added there 30 degree and the distance from the free surface is changed. Previously it was 2.5, now it is 1.5. So this is the figure. See this figure carefully. Now how you will proceed? You have to find the force. How you will find the force? Rho g a into h bar. How you will find h bar? It is y bar into sine theta. Correct. Now how to find it? See, area will be how much? It is rectangle, you know, 2 into 3. Next, h bar. H bar will be how much? This 1.5 from D to C plus this E to B. Total height is from A to B. Total h bar is A to B. So this A to B you can divide into this side D to C plus this E to B. Now D to C it is given in the question 1.5 meter, and this E to B you will calculate how? This theta you know, okay, 30 degree, and this BC you know, y bar which is 1.5. So h bar will be 1.5 into sine theta, 1.5 into sine 30. So this much will be your h bar. So your force will be rho g a into h bar. A is 2 into 3, h bar you have just calculated. Rho you know 1000, g is 9.81. So you will get the force coming this much. Clear? Next, center of pressure. For the inclined case, we will multiply with sin square theta, and Ig will be same, BD cube by 12. So put all the values, you will get the value of center of pressure. It is coming this much. Okay. So friends, you have seen the two cases here. First, when there is horizontal surface submerged inside the liquid. Next, when the inclined surface submerged inside the liquid. And you have find the how to calculate the total force and the center of pressure for both the cases. You have seen the formula as well as you have seen the numerical based on it. So I think it is clear to everyone. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment box. So it is over for today's session. Till then, goodbye.